Verse 44, again, the kingdom of heaven is like a treasure hidden in a field, which a man found and hid. And for the joy of it, he goes and sells all that he has, and he buys that field. Again, the kingdom of heaven is like a merchant seeking beautiful pearls, who, when he found one pearl of great price, went and sold all that he had, and he bought it. We have two parables, as I see it, teach the same basic truth, or truths. Truth number one, the value of the treasure, or the pearl, depending on the parable. Number two, the delight of the one who acquires it. Value and delight. So we have two parables that I think teach the same basic thing. Here's the question. Who's the man? Who's the merchant? What's the treasure? What are the pearls? Here's the popular interpretation. Ready? Jesus Christ is the pearl of great price and the treasure. The sinner is the one who seeks. And when he finds Jesus Christ and knows that he's the truth, it's worth giving up everything that he might acquire salvation. Really? That's what it means? Now, I have a problem with that interpretation. First of all, because back in verse 38, the field is the world. I can't buy that. Number two, the man in that parable is Jesus Christ. So again, we don't have the interpretation given of that. I now have to use certain key elements and start making application. Okay, so let's break down that popular interpretation. Jesus is the treasure and the sinner is seeking Christ. First of all, Jesus is not hidden. He's probably the best known figure in all of human history. Based on what I have read in Encyclopedia Britannica, based on hits on the internet, probably that name, he is the most popular person who ever existed. He's not hidden. Number two, the sinner does not seek God. I know it might feel that way from a human standpoint, but doesn't the Bible say there are none who seek God? And there's none who are righteous, no, not one. None who seek after God. All we like sheep have gone astray. So that doesn't fit. Number three, salvation can't be purchased, can it? Last time I checked, which was today, salvation is a free gift, not of works. It's a free gift. You believe and he gives it to you. You don't earn it. Number four, if we could purchase it, what do you have of any worth that you could sell to get him? Well, you know, I'm a pretty, don't even go there. All of our righteousness is as filthy rags. Now, this is a picture of Jesus Christ, who came down from heaven and gave everything. He sold all, so to speak, to buy the world, to get the treasure, and the treasure is you and I. It's a picture of the Savior seeking the sinner, not the sinner seeking the Savior. Now that fits. It fits along the lines of another parable. Jesus spoke about a man who had 100 sheep and one sheep went astray, and he didn't go, forget that sheep. I got good 99 here. He left the 99 and went seeking the one lost sheep. Am I right? Jesus said that he had come to seek and to save that which was lost. Now that fits the parable. Something noteworthy about that second parable of the pearl. Did you know that pearls were not valuable to Jewish people at that time? There's not a mention of a pearl in the entire Old Testament. The Jewish people saw pearls sort of like coral from the ocean. It's like, it's sort of nice, but whatever. Not valuable. It was valuable, however, to Gentiles. That should be a little clue for you. Number two, the pearl was the result of an injury. It was the result of an organism dealing with an irritation. An irritation. Precious gems usually are mined and cut and polished. Rubies, diamonds, sapphires, not a pearl. What happens is a little piece of dirt works its way into the shell of an oyster and irritates it. The oyster responds by sending out this produced serum called nacre, N-A-C-R-E, nacre, and it covers the little piece of sand with a layer of nacre. And then another secretion, then another secretion, and another secretion until a pearl is formed over a period of time. It's the response of the organism to the irritation that got inside of it. That's beautiful. That's a beautiful picture of Gentiles. We're not under the original covenant. We've been grafted in. We are basically, well, I'll put it my way. I'm a piece of dirt covered in the righteousness of Christ. That's the pearl. A piece of dirt covered with something beautiful. The irritation of sin has been covered by the sinlessness and the perfection of Christ. And that is just a beautiful illustration.